Some of us flip burgers at Mickey D's, some of us scrub toilets, some of us are snake milkers, and some of us are professional dog food tasters. True story. And it's all in an effort just to make a few fat stacks of cash to take them home and show off to our invisible friends. Then as soon as we get home, we'll plonk ourselves down at the screen and spend hours on end sniping noobs, talking trash, and searching for loot in one of our favorite online video games. But what if we could actually make some cold hard cash from button mashing? What if we could actually get unbelievably freaking rich while saving the planet from bloodthirsty zombies or alien invasions? Well, it's not as far stretched as you might think. In the crazy technology focused world that we live in, it's easier than ever to make money through video games. The recent Fortnite tournament, for example, handed out a gosh darn $30 million in total prizes. And that's only one of the countless money-making games out there. Does anyone know that White Bucket had a DJ Marshmello? Well, he even performed in a virtual concert in Fortnite, which drew over 10 million virtual visitors. So yeah, we're living in the future, homies. The video game industry and the emergence of professional esports has created not only rich gamers, but multi-millionaire streamers, cash-grabbing social media stars, and money-hungry visionary billionaires. So let's take a closer look through our scope at a handful of them, shall we? Button mashing it up at number 15 is a guy you might recognize from Fortnite, Twitch, and the lesser-known Apex Legends. Richard Tyler Blevins. Who? Ninja! Yeah, that's who. The 28-year-old has made more money in just a handful of years sitting at his computer desk playing video games than most of us will in our entire lives. It all started for Ninja when he was just a wee lad at 9 years old, flying banshees and shooting pulsing lasers at hordes of aliens in Halo with his brothers. From there, his love of games became pretty obsessive, and today he makes, hold on to your hats people, 500 grand a month thanks to the wonderful world of video games. In 2018, Ninja had the honor of being the first ever esports player to be featured on the cover of ESPN magazine, and he even helped drop the ball in Times Square on New Year's Eve in front of thousands of New York partygoers. With those kinds of accolades, and 22 million YouTube followers, it's safe to say that he's one of the world's most popular gamers. Speaking of popular gamers worth truckloads of cashola, say hello to a dude by the name of Turner Tooney, better known under his gaming alias Tfue. Like Ninja, our buddy Tfue had made his millions by sharing his in-game videos on both YouTube and Twitch. He's also a member of one of the world's most famous professional gaming crews, FaZe Clan, which is known largely for its efforts in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Fortnite, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and COD tournaments. On his YouTube channel alone, Tfue has over 11 million subscribers, and with a few bucks made for every 1,000 views, it's estimated that he cashes in on 12,000 buckaroonies per day. So it's easy to see how his wallet has got to breaking point. Not bad at all. With a net worth of $10 million thanks to his wildly successful gaming career, Tfue has no need for extra power-ups. Alrighty, camping out at number 13 on our list of richest freaking Monty Burns gamers is none other than the Michael Jordan of esports himself. He goes by Faker, but his real name is Lee Sang-hyuk, and he's considered to be one of the best League of Legends players of all time. Oh, and he's only just turned 23. He also dropped out of high school, so his graduation diploma might be fake. Get it? There's nothing fake about his bank balance though, cashing out well over 1 million schmackaroonies. Over in tech-savvy Korea, Faker sits locked in his grandma's basement, avoiding the sunlight at all costs. Okay, we're kidding, but not really. Where were we? Guess it's time to stop making bad jokes. Okay, yeah, so Faker is pretty much an A-list celeb in Korea because they really do worship the esports gamers. It's a super digitized society, so it makes plenty of sense. He doesn't quite have the bank balance of Brad Pitt just yet, but he'll be rocketing his way up there pretty darn quickly. Okie dokie, moving on now. Did anyone catch the recent Fortnite World Cup? If you did, great. You know how revolutionary as well as high-paying the event was. If you didn't, well, it was a pretty freaking big deal, and you should have. So the guy who ended up taking first place in the finals goes by the alias Booga, aka Kyle Giersdorf. coming straight out of Pennsylvania. The prize money, are you sitting down? $3 million. That's impressive as hell, right? Well, here's something that'll truly knock your socks off. He's only 16. Bugha isn't old enough to buy a single can of Coors Light, but society can just be like, hey dude, nice work pressing buttons and doing good on the game stuff. Here's $3 million. Don't spend it all at once. Just before Bugha and all the other players kicked off their competition, the world-renowned dessert-headed DJ Marshmello performed a virtual electronic music concert. Pretty funky, right? As in any sport, there must always be a winner, and there must always be a loser. In the case of Fortnite World Cup, however, even the best of the losers, Harrison Chang, aka Psalm, walked away with a fat as hell check. And surprise, surprise, he's our number 11. Yep, with 33 points, he walked away from the tournament $1,800,000 richer. Compared to this, his next best prize money sum is a measly $23,000. Jump change. Psalm's total was only 1 point ahead of the next best as well, Epic Whale, who took home a slightly smaller Kanye West-sized check of 1.2 million buckaroos. Is anyone else thinking of quitting their day jobs? The legendary gamer mentioned in an interview that he thought he was a little too old, putting him at a slight disadvantage compared to the 16 to 18-year-olds. But to be honest, bro, it doesn't matter how old you are, because now you're filthy freaking rich. Cool, time for number 10. Any ideas who it might be? Yep, it's Pewdiepie. Also known as Felix Schellberg, better known of course as Pewdiepie, is not only one of the most famous gamers in the world, but sits at the pointy end of the entire internet food chain. Get this dude is just a whisker away from 100 million YouTube subscribers. So yeah, pretty big deal. In fact, his YouTube presence is the second biggest of literally anyone behind yours truly, of course. Kidding, it's T-Series. Although we can dream though, right? Anyway, Pewdiepie pretty much makes game review vids and films himself gaming, a lot recently on Minecraft. But he started off a lot with scarier video games back in the day. Considering all the cray-cray cash he brings in from social media accounts and various sponsors such as Volvo, he's already racked up a slick $20 million. Holy freaking hell, dude, that's too much money. Respawning at number 9 on our list of hectically rich game peeps is a man so dumbly wealthy that he actually slid in at number 8 on 2018's list of Korea's richest people. His name is Kwon Hyuk Bin, and he's not a Twitcher nor a Minecraft addict. He's actually the founder of one of South Korea's biggest game developers and publishers. For anyone not sure, out of the two Koreas, that's like the friendly one. Okay, so Kwon Hyuk Bin created a company called Smilegate in 2002, back when Ben Affleck was people's sexiest man alive, and when JT broke up with Britney. Anyway, you probably know Smilegate for one of the mega sexful first-person shooter games, Crossfire, which generated $6.8 billion in revenue. So with Smilegate and Crossfire under his belt, our Korean pal is worth a staggering $4.1 billion. Yes, that's billion with a B. He's also a super nice dude, having given away $5 million for building schools in Vietnam and China. Up next, we've got a dude whose net worth is hovering around the slightly less jaw-dropping but still swanky as hell $3 million mark. His name is Sahil Arora, but you probably know him better as Universe. Alright, so even though Universe is from Wisconsin, he reps the Fnatic professional esports team based over in the land of scones and tea, London. His game of choice is Dota 2, which offers some of the largest bags of prize money of any game on the market. The $3 million that he's made puts him firmly in the top 10 of Dota 2's largest earners worldwide, and makes him a top dog for the US of A. Teach us your ways, O wise one. Moving on. Remember Kwon Hyuk Bin from a minute ago? If you don't, then please guys, lay off the funky stuff. Anyway, the point is that our next esteemed guest net worth makes Kwon's $4 billion seem like a rusty penny under the sofa. Say hello to Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney. Some say that the dude who controls Fortnite controls the world, and hot damn, we think that's 100% true in the case of Sweeney. He's clocked up an impressive isn't enough. A freaking monstrous net worth of $7 billion. Again, that's billion with a B, like Banshee. Not too bad for a guy who learned how to program through online forums, hey? And while Fortnite had made him stacks of cash, Epic Games has been around the block a few times already, with plenty of successful projects over the past couple decades. Sidebar, Tim, can you actually change your name to Todd? The banter possibilities would be endless. Our next rich as heck gamer is one of the highest ranked Twitch streamers with a whopping 3.5 million followers, plus a sneaky 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube. He's an avid player of Fortnite, Counter-Strike, Overwatch, and World of Warcraft, and he goes by the alias of Tim the Tatman, not to be confused with the totally irrelevant Tim Tam Magic Man. Okay, so Tatman plays professionally with Monster Energy Esports, and it's said to be worth a cool $6.5 million, putting him well and truly in the upper echelon of richy rich gamers, and frankly making us all well and truly jealous. From the millions, we're going back up to the billions with another behind the scenes dude who got rich as 90% dark chocolate thanks to video games. His name is Robert Bobby Kotick. He's the CEO of Activision Blizzard, and he's worth a sizzling $7 billion. Give or take a couple dimes here and there. For a quick insight into how smart this guy is, he was actually one of the people who worked with the famous Apple II computer. Take all that brainpower, put it into the gaming world, and it's easy to see how Bobby Boy became loaded. He acquired Activision back in 1991 for a measly sum of $440,000. And from there, the only way was up. Sliding in at numero cuatro is a man by the name of Gabe Newell. This guy isn't just rich, he's like bathing in champagne kind of rich. Newell posts a not so humble bank balance of $4.85 billion. Yeah, again, that's billion with a B, like for BAM. Okay, so why is this Gabe guy so freaking rich? Well, he's the co-founder of Valve, the company that produces games like Half-Life, Portal, and Counter-Strike, as well as the largest PC gaming distribution platform of them all, Steam. If you know Steam, then there's nothing more that needs to be said. If you don't, then, well, you should. Next up is a German dude by the name of Kiro Takasomi, better known to us button mashers as Kiro Kai. After turning to gaming as a career following his 16th birthday, Kiro Kai has been kicking virtual butts and racking in the cash as a result, shoving a sneaky $4 million into his pockets along the way. He's made most of his money through Dota 2, the online battle arena game. He's the captain of Team Liquid and without a doubt one of the most well-known, impressive, and respected gamers out there. Hang in there, guys, we're almost there. Sliding in at our second to last spot is another Dota 2 player, Johan Sunstein, aka No Tail. The Danish gamer's earnings sit slightly behind Kiro Kai, but at around $3.8 million. It could be a heck of a lot worse, right? But before our tail-lacking friends started owning noobs on Dota, he was showing off his tricks on Heroes of Newerth. Anyway, over the years, he's become a pretty respected dude within the Dota 2 community, offering a truckload of knowledge and experience as a player and coach. And he's also the captain of the OG team. Well, before Red Bull swooped in. Alright, we've made it to number 1. Our last guy's name is Palmer Luckey. And while you've probably never heard of him and probably think he's some schmuck with an odd puppy-like name, we'll bet you 100 soft-shell tacos that you've heard of his invention. Well, you know that funky Oculus Rift headset? Well, here's the deal. Luckey created it. Thanks to his invention, the world of gaming and plenty of other digital realms are being transformed, and he's estimated to be worth a cool $700 million because of it, even though it now sits with Facebook. Is this the first genuine step toward the future? Probably. Or are the obstructive goggles a means for us to distract ourselves while someone steals our cookies? Maybe that too. Well, that's all for 15 people who became rich thanks to video games. Do you think these gamers make too much cash, or do they deserve it? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to The Richest, and join our notification squad. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.